Hello and welcome to Small and Mighty. Sorry, I'm gonna take that back.
Is it because Mike's watching you?
I don't know. It's because everybody's watching me. Okay. Hello and welcome to Small and Mighty, the podcast that highlights small local businesses and nonprofit organizations and the mighty impact they have on the community. My name is Juliana Acosta, and next to me we have Adam Casillas, founder of the Latino Business Expo. Welcome and thank you so much, Adam, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
So let's just start off with who is Adam?
Oh, okay. Well,
Short version.
Short version, because
Yes.
I've been around for a long time.
Short version.
But I was born in Norwalk, Los Angeles, raised here in Oxnard, grew up here. Parents are migrant farm workers. Baby of 12 children. Learned to struggle quick. I learned how to hide my older brother's clothes so that I can wear it when they grew out of it, and it was mine later. So there's certain tricks, but I've been in sales and business and marketing and building networking. Believe it or not, I've been networking. After I realized it, I was networking at the age of 9. Didn't even know it, because that's when I started selling produce door to door.
Okay.
So I started building relationships with my community. So people will be asking me, "Hey, when you come and buy next time?" That stuff. So I learned a valuable word at a young age from a brother of mine who told me that I had multiple transferable skills, which I didn't know what that meant at the time, but able to do the same job or the same work effort in multiple different jobs. So my main goal has always been something in a social surroundings. I love being around people. I got that personality like a chocolate lab,
Well, it's something about you that you just want to sit there and talk to you. I've seen you at a grocery store one time, and I was going to go talk to you, but you were so engaged in the conversation you were having with this particular person. I didn't want to bother you, but... It's
probably a complete stranger, I'm sure. I talk to people. My wife sees me talking. She just walks away and keeps shopping. I just think that I was given a gift by my mom and God, of course. She used to tell me in Spanish the saying, "Es tú cuando vas, yo ya vine." Since I was little, at a young age, she'd tell me that because I always figured things out quickly. And I'm really good at reading people, and that's been one of the things that has helped me with my business as far as sales, understanding how to approach them with the product that they might be interested in, understanding that what I have is not always for everybody. And not everybody is comfortable with speaking to people or doing these types of interviews as I am, because some people get choked up. I've had people interview me about products that were theirs, what I thought, and I'd already studied it and knew more about it than they did.
Wow.
And, if I find something I like, I really sink my teeth into it. And with the Latino Business Expo, which we started in 2007, it was, as I shared with you previously, the conversation was that me and my broker at the time, I'm also a realtor, I'm owner of Expo Real Estate. Me and my broker at the time went to an event that was an expo for networking and branding. So we got there, we walked through the event, and I was like, okay, this room is full of 10 lenders, 10 escrows, and home warranty people, all services that I already had, people that I was already working with. So it was kind of like, I felt like a bait and switch, like they kind of reeled you in to get you in the door.
Right.
And it was like $30 at the door per person.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I told my broker, I said, I can put together a better event than this with the contacts that I have on my phone without even searching for people. And he laughed at me. He said, really? I said, yeah. And he goes, so let's do it. I said, okay. We figured out the name, and that's where the Latino Business Expo was born, 2007.
And it was here?
In Ventura County.
Okay.
The first event I had it at the hotel, 4 Points by Sheraton, because I'd previously worked there for 20 years as a bartender.
I went to one, and it was a long time ago, and that was before
Probably.
I knew. Yeah, and that's where it was. Yes.
I had it there for about I'd say 6 years, about 5 years I did it there because I outgrew the facility, but I didn't want to leave the
Yes.
facility because I had a connection there. When you do something, and like I told you, I build relationships. I have a lot of good friends there, and when you go to a place and you have an event like mine, it's nice to know every single person
Well,
personally
yeah.
that's working on your event. And you have carte blanche. You go do whatever you want. You go in the back. You get more, whatever you need. You talk to
Yeah.
whoever. So unfortunately, the writing was on the wall when there was no more parking in the parking lot, no more parking in the overflow parking lot, and no more parking across the street. It was time to move to the fairgrounds.
But that's a good problem to have,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, the first event, the first expo, we had 70 vendors. I was optimistic. We just were trying to fill the room with 40. But I was aggressive with my marketing and campaigning, and of course, I put threw a lot of free booths in there. People,
Right.
nonprofits,
Mhm.
food share, downtown businesses, people that were struggling, people that were just opening their doors. I paid it forward, try to help them out and get and that's something that I've always done. A lot of people know that locally here that I'm constantly trying to help businesses get started, and I understand the struggle with the finances and marketing fees that people have to pay.
Mhm.
So I try to do my best to help them. I'm hoping that it goes full circle, and
I hope
they
so,
start
too.
doing when they start doing better. They still remember the guy that helped them out.
Right.
So that's all you can do. It's kind of like that kill them with kindness type thing. You keep helping them and keep helping them. Sooner or later, it pays off. And
So you seem like you had a lot of support starting the business. Did you come across any obstacles just for any business starter, any person who wants to start a business? How do you get through that, or getting people through the door?
Until today, I mean, even today, you learn from every single event.
As you should.
I ask the vendors after each event, what do you think I can do?
Really?
What can be done better? How was everything? Do you have any feedback for me? Because for me, it's important to, deliver. Of course, I do have people that ask for certain things, and I tell them, I go, well, I can do that. Those things can be available. I just have to charge everybody more to pull it off.
Okay.
And everybody freaks out. Okay, well then, because for me, I'm a technology guy. I understand that. But I do business with personalities. I don't do business with a product. Because if I don't like you, I don't care what you're selling. I really don't care unless it's the best tequila at a good price. Then I'm interested. And then I'm going to take the bottle and say, bye, I te guacho. But, I'm a firm believer that personalities are what sell. And at all levels of business. If you like somebody, you want to work with them. You'll buy their product, or you'll at least entertain the product.
Right.
You give them a chance to pitch you. If I don't like somebody and I don't like the way they lead, and the worst thing you can do in business is when you're trying to promote your product, or if you're a product-based business, which if you're not selling something, then you're obviously in a different business. So I'm not sure if you're giving it away or
Right.
philanthropist or whatever you decide you want to be. But I had a meeting with somebody today about a product, and they reminded me to educate them a little bit about discussing their product versus a competitor's product. They led with all the negative stuff about every other business in their category. And I asked them, I said, to be honest with you, I'm really not interested in your product.
Whoa.
And they said, why? Well, because you haven't told me anything about it yet.
Well, yeah.
So I believe in saying nothing but good in a conversation. I'm not going to bring up a negative part of anybody else's business because that doesn't help me. I'm not going to say, oh, that's going to take, you're going to, okay, a water system for your home. I got a new water system. I have no more plastic bottles. I don't need that. The person that pitched it to me just told me about how good it was for me.
Well,
that
yeah.
you want to be the filter, or would you like a filter? Is what her pitch was to me, and I thought that was cool. So now I have the system underneath my sink.
Well, talking about the whole negative thing, and them just saying the negative things of everybody else around them. It's I've been having this conversation about twice this week with two different people, and I think it's just a bad habit that we have as being in the world of technology. It's so quick to dislike something on Facebook, or I hate you, or you're fat, or whatever. Just saying negative things, and then we bring that into real life.
Well,
and
I think
it's just a bad habit.
people are too quick to judge, and it's just like the same people who share a post and keep sharing a post and don't understand if the post is for real. Okay, they don't even know if it really happened. You know,
Yeah.
they don't know if it really happened. Of course, we've taught social media classes, Facebook classes, marketing classes, mentoring classes, sales, how to set up expos, how to set up events, how to set up the basic mixer, networking. If you're not networking, you're not working. We do all that.
So you do all this with the Latino Business Expo?
I do that with anybody that asks.
Really?
I help people all the time. I spend it's one of these days. It's hopefully it's gonna there'll be reward for it because I do a lot of power of free, as they say.
And we love that.
And I don't have a problem doing that. It's people always ask me, "Oh, wow, I want you to come do an expo over here." Okay, I'm like, "Okay, where do you live?" Bakersfield. Okay, I don't know nobody in Bakersfield. Okay, and I'll give you all the people. I said, "You don't understand. I can go to different places and start." My way of getting into a neighborhood or a community is to come to your place. Me and my partner Richard are good. I mean, Richard Ramos is my partner.
Okay.
He's the guy that's mentored me on a lot of my tech, IT, and some of the things online. And he's been in marketing longer than I have. He used to own Panda Graphics. He's been involved with website design. He's a webmaster. So me and him, we'll go and we'll set up like, okay, we did an expo in San Diego. Everybody said, "Oh, you're crazy." I said, "Okay, we're gonna make some trips to San Diego." So we went down there. We hooked up with Adrian Gonzalez of the Dodgers, his brother David, Edgar. And those three guys ended up being on the cover of one of of the American Latino magazine.
Shut up.
Yeah. So anyway, I made friends with them, and they connected me with people in the community. And I went down there and we did 5 mixers in San Diego at different bars and places, locations. By the 5th one, I had about 100 people there, and people were, "Hey, what's up, Adam? Hey, what's happening?"
What?
We built these relationships. We had a successful expo over there. But at the end of the day, the cost of doing the events over there and the gas and the money and the back and the forth, and we needed to find someone that was willing to work it there and be our guy, and then we would come in and do all that stuff. And it was too hard. The expo that we did in San Diego, the gentleman that we hired to help us, I connected him with somebody and got him a better job there. So that's why he couldn't work our expo anymore.
Oh no!
So I connected him with somebody, which is a good thing. Is a good thing. He needed a better job. He had a family, he has kids, and it worked out great for him. But with expos, it's like people think that you can just pop in anywhere and do an expo. In Ventura County, I've lived my whole life. I did move to San Bernardino for a while, but I came back. When you bartend in a community for 30 years and your background's food and beverage and you work in events and you're a manager, a food and beverage manager and a banquet manager, and you learn the setups, you learn all that behind the scenes stuff, that's where the hard work is. That's where these people who do these events drop the ball. They just assume everything's. They don't know what goes into setting a classroom with a theater or whatever, a Chevron style seating or all these different types of setups. They don't understand why people have to get paid and how it's just knowing every aspect of the setup and then the event. And then as far as the event, my personality, I have a mic 24/7 during my events.
He does.
So as long as I don't have too much tequila, I can usually keep speaking business. But I think I threw somebody out of my event a couple years back. That was, what's that? What's that celebrity politician? I believe he's a Republican.
Here, local?
Yeah, he was running a supervisor. He was running for a district. He used to be an actor, Mexican guy.
Here in Oxnard.
I don't know about here. He's where he was in Oxnard. I ran into him here at Tomas Cafe, and he was. They snuck in my back door at the expo and started handing out posters and flyers. So on the microphone, I asked the security to throw them out.
No way.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know?
Come on, you guys are younger than me.
When did this happen? How long
He's
ago?
a handsome guy. He's a handsome guy.
How long ago did this happen?
2 expos ago.
We were there.
Yeah, you were there.
I don't know.
No, anyway. Anyway, I don't have a problem being firm.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to, be smooth about something, getting people out. But I've thrown only 2 people out of my expos in 12 years,
Wow.
and I can still remember each situation. Then it's been for something really idiotic, you know. Other than that, we spun off from the Latino Business Expo. I created another avenue for people to market their business, and that's where American Latino Magazine was born.
Okay.
And then American Latino Magazine, I gave them an opportunity to advertise all my vendors at discounted rates.
Okay.
And it was kind of a loss leader. It wasn't necessarily a big money maker. We made some money on it, but it was more of providing people with a quality magazine where they can read and enjoy their local businesses and local restaurants and local professionals and stuff like that. Give them a shout out.
With today's social media, is like the magazine and newspaper is.
We have a new magazine coming up. Then
you?
Yeah, next month. It's called the Ventura County Networker. It's going to be 100% digital.
Oh, okay. There you go.
All digital, and people will be able to put in links, and they'll be able to direct them to their website and stuff like that.
Now, tell me about the CBD Expo.
Well, CBD Expo. As soon as I get I'll be doing it. I'm the first guy to do it here in Ventura County.
Okay.
Okay. I already did it last November. And we had 60 vendors. We had almost 2,000 people through it.
Wow.
It's a very successful event. What people don't understand is that when you do an expo, you can tell the people that are seasoned veterans, the people that know how to sell. You don't bring your hourly employees to sit behind a table in a chair with a chair and just sit there and wave at people and hand out stuff. You got to send the people that stand to make money.
Well, yeah, it's an investment. You're paying to be there.
Yeah, but a lot of people pay for the booth and they send their hourly rate employees. Okay, I'm not saying they're all bad, but I've seen it. I've witnessed 2 businesses, a couple of booths away, in the same industry, cell phone companies. I'm not going to say the names, but it was either between AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon. I'm not going to tell you which one is which, but I had all 3 of them at my event. 2 of them did great. One of them said that we had the best event that they've been around, that they've been to, and they go everywhere. They were the street team. That's what they cruise. That's all they do.
That's their job. Yes.
They take this big ass van and they go to Vegas, LA, wherever the event's at, and they love the energy and they loved it. Another one said, "Hey man, dude, we got 36 new contracts. We love it. We'll be here again." Wow. The other one tells me, don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to do it again. We only had one contract. And I said, well, it's funny because I took pictures. I ain't stupid. Mama didn't raise no fool. I took pictures to show them that, look at these guys. They did 36 contracts. I got the whole sales team in front of the door, in front of their booth. I took a picture of them. There's 12 people. Good-looking people. Dressed clean, sharp, nice. Men, guys and girls. Bam, they hammered it. I took a picture of their table. 2 people sitting at the table.
On their phone.
Like that.
Well, yeah.
And then I took a picture. I showed them a picture. I go, this is why you didn't. So fast forward, I made my point. That person that I told has been a vendor every time, and they got a booth near the front door at every expo.
Wow.
And it's sunk in, and they're doing good now.
They
bring the whole crew. They bring people. They didn't know. I don't think they knew what to expect. But if you're going to come to my event, you need to bring the people that can speak, that know the product, and can make the deals. Not the people that need to go, I'll get back. Oh, wait. No. We need the movers and shakers. That's why a lot of my vendors are the business owners. They show up.
Yeah, because they're going to sell their product, their business.
If you cannot do business when I bring 2,000 people by your table,
you're doing something
in
wrong.
a matter of 5 hours, then you need to put somebody else in charge of that, or it's time to start. I'm not saying don't do it. Learn how to market, learn how to network. You can't just sit around like that though and expect people to do business with you.
Can you educate people like myself about CBD?
Well, I'm not the expert about CBD, but I do know a few things about it. Now, of course, my favorite product of CBD, and I'm going to give him a plug, is 101 CBD. A gentleman named Justin, he has a shop here in Ventura on Seaward. The reason I like his CBD products is because it's the whole plant juiced, basically. It's like a juicer, and you get all the benefits. I use it every single day. It's the only way this brain goes to sleep. It does not go to sleep without it.
Okay, now explain that it's not.
That does not get you high. Yes, it's not going to get you high. The ones that will and can get you high are the ones you buy that have a level of THC higher than the normal hemp plant. And you can get those at dispensaries, and some people need that they have, I don't have chronic pain.
Okay.
I don't have any pain. My brain just doesn't stop when I lay down to go to sleep. Most people go, all right. Now my brain starts thinking tomorrow. Okay, Thursday, Friday. Okay, what? before I get to sleep, it's 2 hours later, and I'm on 2026, Expo 2026. That's the way my brain works.
Yeah.
So it's an anti-inflammatory. Inflammation starts at a cellular level. Circulation of the blood through your brain helps you relax. So what a lot of people don't understand is that's why CBD is so good with people with arthritis and joint issues, and the topicals are good. This 101 CBD has a great topical. I was feeling I hurt my wrist hitting the bag yesterday, and I was like, that never happens, right? So I rubbed it on. I got a roll on. I rub it on around my wrist, and I wasn't even thinking about it. About a half hour later, I'm fine now. I'm fine.
Okay.
Today I'm fine.
I mean, hopefully, it does seem.
It's a good product. So there's two types. Well, there's probably a lot more types, but the two that I know, there's an isolate, which is all created in a lab. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm not saying it's bad. There's just better for you out there. I'm saying the 101 CBD it's basically an organic process.
Natural.
It's all natural.
Which is the point.
Well, that's why you're doing it. You can grow your own hemp plants. And make your own CBD. Butter. That's not hard. There's all kinds of little gadgets out there to make your own. But I think that
maybe that could be your next thing. How to teach people how to do their own.
No, there's too many experts out there. I'm a weekend warrior. I will show you how to grow some chiles though. But the hemp plants, they grow so fast nowadays. It's they'll grow 2 feet in 30 days.
Oh.
From seedling. That's what that one is right there.
Grow faster than my tomatoes.
2 feet in 30 days. But I just think that CBD is a future for a lot of people in pain meds.
And I hope so. I really do.
Well, the people who need it the most are the ones that are not being allowed to take it. Are the veterans,
which you mentioned,
PTSD, anxiety and stress. They can take it.
Yeah.
They just have to go outside and buy it
and pay for it.
But they should be covered by insurance. It should be a product. There's enough qualified companies out there that have done their due diligence and the proper research and the proper delivery of the CBD to where it should not be illegal for people who, the federal government, they need to lighten up. They're so in with pharma, big pharma, that they don't want to, nobody wants to lose money.
No.
They don't understand that it's a holistic way of getting better and it doesn't cause all these problems and, all these suicides. And look at I think it's 26 veterans a day take their life. Wow. 22 veterans a day take their life. And that's every day.
Wow.
Okay. But depression, anxiety, PTSD, and all those three things. If it cost me $75 a month with CBD to keep that in check, I'll double down at $150 a month for that.
But it took us this long to make it legal.
You're gonna learn. Nothing has changed. It's all about who gets their palms greased in the industry, in the business, even at local level, local governments, everybody. It's like locally, one of our politicians, I'm not going to say his name, recently was in the news that received over $100,000 from oil companies as a sponsorship for his campaign. And now all of a sudden, there's a few things going on in the wrong direction. But it's all about the money. Yeah, it's never going to change. I know. It's never going to. Unfortunately, it's never going to change. And those of us who keep trying to fight the right fight are the ones that are out here doing kind of like what we're doing.
Yeah.
trying to help out, struggling but comfortable. It's like
I know it's like the people that should be running for the politics are the ones that are not and doing their own good things in their own way.
Well, the problem is with a lot of our local politicians or people that are running for the positions. There's some very young people running. I don't have a problem with age, but I do have a problem with knowledge and street smarts and living on the streets or growing up here on the streets and knowing what's going on. I think that if I were to get involved with politics locally, I would be the one that would be bumping heads with every single person on the council. Why? Because I don't go with the flow. I'm not going to vote yes just to vote yes. I've seen that happen so many times where people go, well, I don't agree with this, but I got to go with I got to go yes. Well, if you don't agree with it, then speak up.
Speak up. That's your job.
Please put your argument forward. Discuss it. That's why there's a council. That's why there's boards. That's why there's committees. These committees stand for commitment to figuring out find out a solution. But
now before we even start getting into politics, because that will be a whole nother episode.
I'm done.
Let's get back to what is the criteria for people to be in the Latino Business Expo or the CBD Expo? What do they do?
So the criteria to participate in the expo is show me the money. It's very simple. I'm black and white. I don't discriminate.
Okay.
Anybody that wants to promote their business is welcome to be at my expo.
So
I don't have no private club. This is not a chamber event. This is not a BNI thing. I don't have no disrespect for those other industries or companies that are doing business by networking. Anybody and everybody's welcome.
Okay, and they don't have to be Latino, a
You
business
can
owner?
be Chinese.
Okay,
you can be from country boy. You can be
so
anybody. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I never have. And I know that the name has always thrown everybody a curveball. But that's because, when I first started this, I went around, there was this chamber expo, there was that expo, there was this expo. And I didn't really see anything for, community to bridge the gap between Latinos and the community. In Ventura County, Latinos have 64 to 65% of the strongest buying power. They spend cash more than anybody. Yeah. Their buying power is 64% in Ventura County. 64. Not 32, not 26, 64. Okay, so the Latino Business Expo, what I've been able to do with that is bridge the gap. I got Latinos doing business with people they wouldn't do. Anglos doing business with Latinos. So everybody's mixing. Anybody that knows me, knows my events. I'm a guy that loves a mixed bag of nuts. I don't like to just be... I go to an event, I love seeing diversity.
Oh, yeah.
I love seeing people. I love seeing everything. I can't stand, where you go to something and they make you feel like you should be part of their club to be here. That ain't the way it is. I've been to events where they go, oh, you're not part, I'm not, it was a chamber event. I won't say what chamber. I won't say which chamber, but I will say it was a chamber event. I go to a chamber event, I'm going around and I go, they have a raffle at their table and I go to throw my card in the raffle because I'm a guest here, right? I go to... And they go, oh, excuse me, are you a chamber member? And I said, no, I'm not. He goes, oh, well, that raffle is for chamber members only. I said, oh, okay. I said, I guess I'll never be in your raffle. And I walked away.
Well, and isn't that about money as well? They have to pay
but that's a pressure that you don't invite. See, me, if I'm in charge of a chamber, I'm saying, hey, yeah, bring it in. Come on. Hey, what's happening? Let me invite you over. Come on.
It's a customer.
You already came up to my table. Now I'm going to chase you away? Okay, so that's what happened. So I shared that with some people, and they understood, well, that's not the way. Well, that's the way it was. Several times I've heard that happen. So I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you feel like you're missing something.
Yeah.
By not being a member. Well, for me, that's kind of like segregation,
It is.
For me, it's different because when I go into an event, if I go to your event and I feel negative, I'm the last guy that you want being made to feel that way. Because if I want to blow you up on social media, you're going to explode. You're going to explode. But I've never done that to anybody. I've never done it because you really got to do something stupid for me to go after you on social media. I mean, I can reach 100,000 people in a day.
Wow.
I can do that. That's what I do. My life is social media. I manage 10 different pages, so I can do stuff. There's things I can do. Never done it though. I've never went after anybody like that.
Keeping it
Because,
classy.
well, you get older, you learn to understand why they do that. Okay, maybe they got misinformation. That goes back to people sharing posts that they don't know shit about. It's okay to say shit on this, right?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, all right. Ain't nothing worse than that. I see people, I go, hey, where'd you see that? Oh, a friend, I go, did you research it? No, well, the person that, okay, well, you're wrong. Here's the research, here's the link. You're full of shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to share something, make sure, if I share something and I didn't research it and I apologize. I said, man, you know what? And I've done that, so I never do it. I never share it without clicking on the link, Googling it, figuring it out before you share it. My social media page is extremely valuable to me. I don't want to be a spammed person. Right. I don't do that. I worked many years learning how to market and promote on social media to where you're not spamming. I've learned certain tricks of the trade to where how to bring events back to the top of the page, how to do this without it showing up in somebody's feed 10 times. Right. Because nobody likes that. No. You get blocked really quick. You get blocked. If I see you if I like you, I will send you a message. Say, hey, buddy, you're posting, you're spamming my page. I said, I didn't know that. Well, see, they didn't understand it because you got one post and you posted in 20 pages, 20 groups. Well, a person like me, I'm part of 20 groups.
You don't want to.
I'm in every single group. So every group that he posted in, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I see a thread this long with all his stuff, and I'm like, and I've seen people do. I know people who've done shit like that in this room, I think. And, but
it wasn't me, by the way. It's one of the producers.
Well, but you know what? It's living and learning. No, I don't even know. I don't know.
Okay, so let's tell me what you're doing differently during this COVID.
Other than going crazy, because as I've told you before, I'm a people person. I'm like a chocolate lab. I like being around people. I like conversating. I like going out. And by now I would have already had 15 mixers.
I know.
And 2 expos. This expo day's tomorrow.
Thursday. Know. I did. I saw that it got canceled.
It would have been tomorrow. I had to cancel it.
I know.
So this had been the second expo, which would have there's 14, 15 events that I missed out on that I produced, and I didn't do any of them.
There's nothing. The
only thing we're doing a virtual networking every Monday morning. We have an expo networking group, and we welcome people to join us. If you want to hit me up on Facebook,
can anyone just join?
Anybody? Just contact me on Facebook. Send me your email. I'll add you to the list, and I'll send you the invite to the group.
Cool. Okay.
There's two groups that meet. We have Coffee Connections on Wednesday and Monday morning Expo Networking. So, staying connected with these people, you got to understand that even though we're not doing a lot face-to-face, you got to keep your feet moving. Mm-hmm. You got to keep the networking moving, because when this freaking merry-go-round stops and you fly off of it, you want to be moving. You want to be ready to hit the road, because a lot of people are not. I'm going to tell you right now, if they told me we're open next week, wide open, I have an expo in 30 days. I will have an expo in 30 days. Everybody is chomping at the bit right now to come out and see people. If this disappeared, in 30 days, I'd have 120 vendors ready to rock and roll. I can do it. I can do it. That's what I do. I have my network and my connections and my contacts and everything. They're there.
All right. So they're telling me to wrap it up. This is going to be our last question. What mighty impact do you wish to leave behind for your community?
Well, for our local community here, which is, I grew up in Oxnard, I just wish the impact that I can leave would be compassion. One of the things that I have a lot of, and a lot of heart. And I think that our local government, I'm not necessarily sure how to put it, but I think that they're missing some of that locally. Or not necessarily that. Also, track down the money. I'm going to say it, track down the money, track down where all that money went that we need for our streets and our community. And I would like people to do their due diligence and do their research before, making mistakes, misuse of funds. And our town needs help. Our city needs help. Oxnard is a beautiful town. Everybody talks about it. Being in the real estate, the median, knowing that what the median price in Oxnard is over $500,000 to live here,
Yeah.
and our streets can't get fixed, and they do it all the time right before elections. The streets they're working on the streets right now, everywhere, all over Oxnard. There's projects, half-assed projects everywhere, because elections are here. Let's see if that continues on after November 3rd. And if it doesn't, I think I'm going to be a little more vocal about it this time.
Well, maybe you should consider running.
For what? Oh, running
to be on
down the street, or
to be in the city council.
Believe it or not, I've been asked by several people and organizations, some big companies,
I think you
to
would
get
win.
involved on a level for the council, city council.
You would be great.
And I always say no. And then when I see some of the people that are in office, and I see that, I'm not saying that they're not doing their job. I'm just saying that they're surviving as politicians. The minimal is not what's needed here. We don't need the minimal. We need an injection into the city of Oxnard. Yeah. We need things to get done. And being here since 1966, I see areas and the citizens of Oxnard social media page. Some of the pictures get posted on there. I can't believe that's, just it looks like little war zones in certain areas. And the community, they need to put the money back in the town that they're getting for it. I just think,
I agree. So that is all. Thank you so much, Adam Casillas from Latino Business Expo. People can find you on Facebook, Latino Business Expo, or Adam Casillas.
Yep.
That is all. Thank you for listening to Small and Mighty.
Thank you.